Hello, greetings, and welcome everyone to this news video. I am the Ninjaneer. The topics we're covering today are as follows. Housekeeping, just a little. A problem Tesla caused. Aptera's true and correct document. Aptera's reverse split. Aptera on the NASDAQ. New Aptera video. Solar challenge begins in Australia. Tesla light show. Prepping for the trek. And things that I liked. Let's get going. Okay, so first things first, our bit of housekeeping. I am starting both a Patreon and a Ko-Fi page. Both of these things are with the direct purpose of raising funds to get to go see Aptera and things of that nature. The things that will be on my Patreon are more or less going to be related to Aptera, like me actually going to see it physically in person. That is going to be the drive of this page. Keep in mind that all of these videos will still be released on my YouTube channel, just later than on the Patreon. With respect to the Ko-fi, I started a Ko-fi because people were saying online that this is the best way to go in order to retain the most money that people have donated to the cause. So both of these pages will exist in the near future. I'm maybe mid next week or so, for that purpose and that purpose alone. These funds, like I said, will only go to specifically getting me over to see Aptera whenever I am able. Let's just back up a little bit. Basically, I was encouraged to go see Aptera, the Artemis vehicle, and I was like, oh wait, shoot, I don't have the money to do that. And I said to myself, I really want to go do that, but I don't have the money, so how am I going to get the money? And that started the whole rabbit hole to get me to these two pages. Like I said, the express purpose of these pages will be to get me to go see Aptera at some point in the future. Even in the future, when the Aptera has become a vehicle that people can drive, that is owned by people in their hands, this will be the place where I'm going to put my experiences with Aptera before I put them onto YouTube. I'm thinking of a lead time of about a week or so. But in the meantime, while we are getting that together, while I'm getting the funds to go down there, and while Aptera is getting Apteras into people's hands, I'm going to be putting my fast math stuff on here first as well. Fast math is not going to be as long of a lead time. It's probably going to be 1 or 2 days. But just to let you guys know, this is going to exist soon for the sole purpose of getting down to see Aptera. So, yeah. That is the thing that is going on. To the next story. Okay, so you guys may have heard that Tesla has gotten rid of their turning stocks, stocks in their vehicle entirely. Apparently, there exists a way to get those stocks put back in the vehicle, but they are a $350 thing that you can do, and it is only in China as far as I am aware at this time. This story has been circulating for quite some time, and a lot of people have found out about it and have been less than happy about it. I do remember something like this being rumored some time ago, and now we actually have more or less confirmation that in China, at least, you can get your turning stocks put back in your vehicle for $350. Yeah, interesting. So this is a reply to Aptera's reply to Zaptera's response to Aptera's motion to dismiss Zaptera's Second Amendment amended complaint. Basically, Aptera saw what Zaptera said to the courts, and they said, okay, well, here's our side of things. So this back and forth is going to go on for quite some time, and then the case will probably move into court. Like I said in my previous video when we were talking about Zaptera's response to Aptera's motion to dismiss, yeah, this is just going to be going back and forth, and I'm just going to keep you guys up to date on when that stuff happens so that you can check it out or what have you. The link that I have here is for the Aptera Motors Reddit page. I don't tend to go to Reddit very often, but for this specific topic, they are very, very good at getting out information that is relevant with topics that are, you know, clickable links and things like that. So at least with respect to this, I'm pretty on board with what Reddit is doing. Well, this Reddit page is doing. So I'm going to keep you guys in the loop as this case progresses. And yeah, it's gonna take a while, guys. That's the sad yet interesting part about this. I want to see where this goes and how this goes, but I also know that at the end of the day, this is probably not the best thing for the company to have to go through while they are moving towards production. All right, this document that you see before you, speaking of Reddit pages, the link for this document came from Reddit as well. But this document is for the purpose of the reverse stock split that Aptera is doing in order to consolidate shares and things like that. I'm not entirely certain what their plan is here, besides the fact that we will talk about later, the fact that they IPO'd, and I believe this may be part of that plan. But yeah, this document goes over everything that you would want or need to know about what is happening with the reverse split. Aptera Owners Club did a fantastic video about this entire document, breaking it down in large part. He did skip a couple of really long, really mundane, really extra sections that didn't necessarily need to be covered because generally speaking, this stuff that we've heard 100 times. But yeah, long story short, he covered the juicy parts of this document. I will put his video in the description below. All right, so this video is from Drive the Lightning. You notice I might not have been talking about them as often recently because apparently my notification bell had been just turned off. So I had to turn it back on, and I caught up on their backlog. I had like 10 or 15 videos of theirs that I had missed, besides the ones that the last time I talked about. Remember, I clicked on it because I was, you know, curious about what they were doing, and there was a lot of video. Yeah, even besides that, there were a bunch of videos. So I found out that my little bell had been turned off, so I turned the bell back on. So hopefully we'll be getting some fantastic Drive the Lightning coverage from here on out. But anyway, long story short, they also made a video about the stock split, and they speculated back then, just like I did, that they were going to be doing an IPO. Come to find out that we were right in that endeavor. I believe Aptera Owners Club also speculated. All sorts of folks from all over the internet were speculating that this could be the case, and now we finally see that Aptera has proposed a direct listing on NASDAQ. Aptera Owners Club did a video on this as well, read out the press release and things like that. So I'll let you guys go ahead and find that video if you're curious, or you can pause this video here and read this whole situation. But yeah, very cool to see. I'm also curious where their stock price is going to go. For the record, the Aptera Owners Club video on this topic asked what we thought was going to happen in the community. I personally believe that depending on the situation, especially considering the fact that their launch commercial is almost at 1 million views now, I do believe that price is going to go a little bit higher. Not a lot, a bit higher, a little bit higher. I'm being more conservative in my thought process here because there are a lot of things that work as challenges towards Aptera's IPO, direct listing. So yeah, here we are seeing Aptera become a publicly traded company. Yeah, the implications of that again are expressed in Aptera Owners Club video. But yeah, very cool, very interesting. I do believe the stock is going to press a little bit higher. After the 1-3 split, the stock price is probably going to level out at like $40 starting, and I think it's going to go a bit higher than that, maybe 55, 60. That is my thought process on the matter. We'll see if I'm right. I'm probably not, but yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, speaking of that video that almost has 1 million views, it is phenomenal as a video. I watched it the first time and I'm like, dude, whoever put this video together, probably Chris McCammon and much of his team, has a phenomenal eye for what a car commercial looks like, what a green commercial looks like. Just phenomenal. Everything that happened in this video from start to finish was so well done. I found myself blown away that it was such a small team that got this done. I commented as much below the video, but yeah, it's just fantastic. The way that this happened, the footage that they got, the way they shot it, the way it was cut. Yeah, top tier. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Our next story here is kind of coinciding with that video because the video was released the same week that the Australia solar car rally began. Yeah, I kind of, generally speaking, I kind of look at this event kind of passively, but this year I've really actually been paying attention because I, for the first time, have become really interested and invested in solar technology as a supplement to an electric vehicle's power. So yeah, just really cool stuff happening there. The race itself, I believe, is over now, but I have to double check that because I did not look at it before this video for some reason. Yeah. All right, something that involves my home state. Pikes Peak has a light show every year. Basically, a whole bunch of really dedicated Tesla folks get together and go to the top of the mountain, and then they have a light show where you can take pictures of it. Things flashing, like the headlights flashing back and forth in sequence, and all kinds of fun stuff happening there. The event itself is actually really cool. I have seen YouTube videos of it, but I've never actually gone there. The fact that it just happened is also really neat. I like barely missed it because I was looking for it since last year and then I just kind of missed it. But anyway, this thing exists and I think it might be a really cool way to build community and camaraderie from the electric vehicle community in general, but especially for those people who actively own a Tesla at this point. All right, a post from Steve Fambro caught my eye while I was scrolling down the X's. This particular post says, appreciate the hours from the team getting Artemis ready for its adventure. This is in preparation, of course, for the long road trip that Aptera is putting together for showing off the Aptera and seeing how cool it is. I am 100% positive that this will not only generate reservations, now it will also generate people interested in buying stock, Aptera stock on the NASDAQ. Okay, so we have another Ben Sullins video here. This time he talked about the Joe Rogans of the world, and including Joe Rogan himself, about how they are viewing electric vehicles, the things that they got right and the things they got wrong about it. Electric vehicles in this particular video. The video itself is really good and it covered everything very thoroughly, as he tends to do. I just thought I'd highlight it because it's one of those things that I thought was really kind of interesting to see, and it made me curious about looking into other things that I like this week, including the next video here that we're about to talk about. All right, I did not get permission beforehand, so again, no video here. But this interview was with RJ Scaringe, the gentleman that is the Rivian CEO. He talked a lot about a whole bunch of really amazing topics. If you guys have not seen this interview, I suggest you watch it because it is a phenomenal example of what happens when a really good interviewer gets together with somebody who really knows their stuff and really knows what they're talking about and knows how to make it sound fantastic. So, yeah, he is a good CEO, basically, at the end of the day. He is good at what he does, and he communicated so well that I figured I'd feature this video in my video to get you guys to go watch it because it's that amazing. All right, folks, that will be the end of this video. I am the Ninjaneer. If you like this video, please do all of the YouTube-y things and consider supporting me on my future Patreon and things like that so I can go to see the Aptera in person again. Thank you guys so much for your time, for your effort, for your energy, for your comments, for your just overall awesomeness. Yeah, you guys rock the house. Continue to do so, and I will continue to do so. Catch you next time. All right, folks, that will be the end. Check. Okay.